Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Pitstick at soulproof.com, answering commonly asked questions about life, death, and afterlife. This one's about ghosts. Do they really exist, and what are they? Ghosts have been reported across time. Often, about 30% of people around the world report some sort of ghost experience. Now, I talked about after-death contacts in an earlier video, and there's a difference between ghost visits and after-death contacts. After-death contacts, we said, are from a person who's passed on before, usually letting a loved one know that they are alive and well. The person who has the after-death contact feels warm afterwards, feels inspired, feels comforted, has no doubt that their loved one is alive and they will see them again. Ghost contacts, on the other hand, involve spirits of people who, when they died, did not enter the light. Okay, you've heard about seeing the light when you have a near-death experience. Well, likewise, when we die, and many people enter the light. However, there are some people who their soul will not enter the light for a number of reasons. First of all, they may be profound atheists. They have totally no belief whatsoever. So when they die, they're expecting oblivion. And then they're in shock for a while. They take some time to be oriented. Secondly, if a person died in a violent, unexpected way, they might be disoriented. And again, if they didn't have a spiritual foundation, they may say, what's that bright light over there, and not be ready to enter it. Likewise, if people have really strong emotions, for example, revenge. Let's say they were killed by their wife's lover. You know, when they die, they're just so full of negative, powerful emotions that they really aren't in the position to say, oh, it's time for the next page in life's eternal book, and enter the light. Finally, people who have severe addictions may not want to enter the light because they're afraid they can't get their fix wherever they're going. So these would be alcoholics, drug addicts, sex addicts, people who are addicted to shopping and excess materialism. They want to stay close to the earth so they can get what is most important to them. So those are some reasons why there would be souls like ghosts. Those who have experiences with ghosts will feel cold oftentimes. They'll feel eerie. Hair goes up on the back of their neck and so on. Very different from after-death contacts. So those are ghosts. Surprisingly, there's a significant amount of research about them. Some of them being done by serious universities, for example, UCLA, University of Cambridge. And these are photographic, videotaped evidence where all light is controlled and events happen in certain areas that cannot be explained otherwise. Pictures of ghost sightings have been shown in popular photography, for example, a very prestigious photography magazine. So there's not only empirical evidence, there's a good amount of scientific or clinical evidence for it. Empirical evidence is some of the most impressive, though. I had a woman from Great Britain who wrote me and said her son-in-law was killed in the Iraq War. And shortly after that, she would hear stomping at night, footsteps on the stairs, her room would be really cold, she felt afraid, and she couldn't sleep. And this went on for a couple weeks before finally she had her duh moment and realized, my God, it's probably my son-in-law who died. He's having a tough time of it. You know, he died from gunshot wounds, and he's probably afraid and could use my help. So she said, I'm so sorry, baby. I wish I would have realized otherwise. And she just spoke in her heart to him, you know, here's what happened and here's what you ought to do. Look for this light that's around you. God and your angels are just waiting there to help you. Go toward that. Ask for help. And after she did that, there were no more instances of the ghostly phenomena, the symptoms. So pretty amazing stuff. By the way, there's nothing to be afraid of. Ghosts are immaterial, they're non-physical, so they can't, you know, push you or hurt you or kill you in any way. However, what happens is sometimes people are so freaked out by these experiences, the cold and the feeling, that they will get anxious and fall down the steps and hurt themselves, but nothing to be afraid of from ghosts. In fact, you can help them move on to the next stage of eternity. So you can learn more about this in my book and documentary film, Soul Proof. Thank you for sharing this with others.